Namaste Internet. Today I'm going to show you just how easy TrackPay makes it to submit your songs to IPRS. Now if you're an artist based out of India, chances are that your PRO is IPRS and they collect royalty on your behalf. However, submitting songs on the IPRS dashboard can be pretty time consuming, confusing, challenging, all of those things. Anyways, I'm not going to get into how IPRS's dashboard needs to be improved. I'm going to get into how TrackPay is solving this problem for all of us. Let's go. I've got my screen going now. I'm going to go to my Spotify, which is the record label Spotify, and see which are the songs that we have not registered as yet. All right, so let's say we've got this song called Surna. Let me check if it is registered as yet or not. It cannot be found. Great. So we're going to start with this song. Okay, this is a great song to start with because it's kind of complicated. As you can see, it's me who's the artist, but there's also Sharing Dorje and Sharing Wangdus. These are two people from Zanskar. They are clearly not members of IPRS at the moment, but we need to still register these songs in a way that they are credited with co-composing and co-writing these songs. The reason is that if and when they choose to become members of IPRS, this royalty will go to them. So all we got to do is on Spotify, just go to share and copy song link. Okay, now we will go to TrackPay. Here we are. We go to submit new song. We're going to put in the song URL. We're going to fetch. It's already here. All right, now, all of these fields are pre-filled. As you can see, the title, ISRC code, primary artist, featured artists, album name, record label, release date, everything is here. Now Surna is an instrumental track, so there's no language. It gets grayed out. It is folk when it comes to the genre. Okay, now I will start with my name because the system has me pre-mapped because I am a member of IPRS, and if you're a member of IPRS, the same thing is going to happen when you type in your name. However, we've got more than one composer here, right? We've got Sharing Dorje, so let's copy him from here and paste it here. Now you can't find Sharing Dorje because he's not a member of the IPRS. Fair enough. So we're just going to click on non-member. Now, if and when Sharing Dorje does become a member of IPRS, this song should get automatically mapped to his IPI number. We have another co-composer by the name of Sharing Wangdus. This is for Folk Road. These guys are the folk artists and I've produced the track around it. So this is the sharing ratio which we had decided on. I'm going to put this a little up so that my face doesn't get cut. TrackPay has a function. If the songwriters are same as the composer, you don't need to fill all of the information in again. In this case, it is the case. We're all co-songwriters for the song. We've divided the percentage in 3 halves. Since this is my publisher account, my publishing credentials are auto-mapped onto TrackPay. All I do is verify details. It says verification successful and I say save for later. I'll tell you why I'm saving for later and not submitting a song. When I submit a song, the song goes to IPRS. Legally, we've sort of covered all bases. The email is legally sound and there is absolutely zero reason for IPRS to not register the songs that goes to them on email because the account of the registered IPRS member is mentioned in that email. However, from what I understand, that is not what is happening. These emails go and they fall on deaf ears and there is nobody at IPRS who's registering these songs. So here's what we're going to do to make sure that these songs get registered and we save a bunch of time. So I'm going to do save for later and not submit. The moment I do save for later, you can see the song on my dashboard. Now I'm going to download the Excel file. It's in my downloads folder. I'm going to go to the IPRS web page. Okay, I'm going to go to bulk work upload, and in there, once it loads up, I'm going to go to add. Okay, oh no, I'm going to go to browse. All right, in browse, I'm going to go to my downloads folder, pick up Surna and upload it. Once I've uploaded it, I click add. It says yeah, the previously uploaded file has been verified. Yes. All right, now it's down here, Surna details, and I've got to click upload. All right, and it's uploading this file. Now by doing this, we've saved ourselves a good 20 odd minutes, I would say, because if I show you the dashboard in which you have to do bulk work upload, okay, let me just go to create work and show you what all you require if you were to do this directly. First, you would require the work title, so you'll have to actually fill that. In our case, it was Surna. You have to say the work type. It's instrumental. You'll have to choose the language. In instrumental, the language should automatically be grayed out, but it's not the case. So anyways, we can't choose the language for instrumental. Production title, I don't know what this means, to be honest with you. Intended purpose, it's independent music, which I don't see anywhere here. It's commercial film, general usage, library work. All right, so I suppose it will be general usage. It released, let's say, last year in 2025. I remember that. I can feel it. Genre, we could keep it folk. Okay, there is no folk, so maybe we'll keep it. It's not classical, it's not chordal, it's instrumental music. Fair enough. Work duration, you'll have to fill manually. This is not mandatory, but ISRC code you'll have to fill manually, which means you'll have to get it from your distributor dashboard. You'll have to get that. These are not mandatory. You will have to upload the audio file. Okay, so you'll have to have a MP3 or a WAV file separately kept. You will have to add your IPI number, because let's say if it does not do a auto search. If I click here, what happened? I can't see my name after clicking here. Okay, and if I do a lookup, then I have to, I don't know what I have to do, I'll be honest with you, but I just put my IPI name number, add non-member. So I don't think you can look up by name. I'm trying to, but I don't think you can. No. So anyways, I'm not going to waste more of your time. You'll have to select the DSP, you'll have to add, you have to do a lot of stuff before you can hit that submit button on IPRS, and TrackPay saves you a bunch of time. Let's just go back to our bulk upload. We've given it a fair bit of time. Let's just see how far Surna has reached. It's moved here, it's still in queue, but eventually the system will ingest it and it'll move from here to your registered works, and that is that. And to be honest with you, that is the beauty of TrackPay. And since I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and upload the entire EP, which was all part of the same EP, songs from the same EP. One was called Surna. I go to Spotify. It's showing only one song though. It is an EP. This is the EP. Perfect. We've already registered Surna. Let's go to Padum. Padum is a track with vocal and lyrics, although the language is undefined. Okay, so we've copied it, we've pasted it, we got to fetch metadata. It's going to autofill the metadata. It is vocal. The language type is unknown or other. You can put it as other. It's not unknown, it is folk at best, and it is the same 3 composers who are to this thing. We just go back here. Okay, now in this we have only Sharing Dorje, because Sharing Wangdus, who's actually the person who played the percussion, is not part of it. So we remove the third member, we make this non-member, we say songwriters are the same as the composer, publisher member, verify details, save for later. Okay, I'm just going to go back to Spotify. I'm going to take my third song from the EP as well, copy song link. I'm gonna go back to TrackPay and I'm going to do submit new song. I'm going to paste the URL. I'm going to say fetch metadata. Now Kurgiak does not feature any artists because, so in a nutshell, Kurgiak, the recording happened in such a scenario, in a local wedding where it was impossible to determine or distinguish who the performers were, because they were never one person singing. It was always like a whole bunch of them and they kept changing. So anyways, we're going to register this song. It is a vocal, yes. We're going to change the language to unknown in this case. I'll keep the traditional folk thing going. I am going to add my name, songwriters same as composers. This is my publishing. I'll verify details and I'll save for later. All right, so this basically means that I've just been able to create the metadata for my entire EP, which had 3 songs. I'm just going to download the Excel files. They'll go be in my folder. Now the bit of the problem here with the IPRS dashboard is that they sort of queue up each file, right? So if you can see, Surna is still being uploaded, and I've already gone this far in the video. So it's very, very slow. Their server is very slow in ingesting and processing. I had recommended to them that I think it's a good idea if you don't queue up the files for the users. You can queue up the files and the server can go in and begin to see if that song already exists in the database, whether it's a valid entry. All that can happen. I mean, if you see these songs below on my dashboard, as a publisher, these are the ones which are rejected for one reason or the other, and usually they are rejected because the publishing credit on Spotify or on DSPs, it doesn't match the claim that you have publishing and you want to assign it to somebody else, somebody like Kranti Records. I don't mean to complicate things, but moving on, the IPRS dashboard takes a hell of a lot of time to upload a single file. You can see Surna, the song that we registered earlier, is still in the pipeline, and we can't add more stuff. That's the problem. So I go to browse, let's say, okay, and I want to do the second song of my EP. I want to register it, which is Padum. I upload it, right? And if I add it, it gives me this error message. Please wait till the file Surna details are in queue. So unfortunately, I have nothing better to do but to wait. But no, wait, I have better things to do. I am going to go back to my Spotify. I am going to go back to the playlist that we have here, and I'm going to see which are the songs that I haven't registered as yet, and I'm going to register all of them using the wonderful TrackPay. TrackPay at the moment is free for composers and authors. It's a paid tool for publishers like myself, but for composers and authors it is free to use, because the way I look at it, as composers and authors, you'll have a song to register every month. That's the best case scenario. There might be a backlog. Even then, you can just save everything to your downloads folder and keep pushing it to IPRS as and when you have the time. I'm sure you're going to find this very, very useful when it comes to registering your songs with IPRS. I'm really happy to be sharing this information with you, because this is information that you guys can genuinely use and benefit from. Trackpay.in is the URL. Go register yourself. Obviously, it is only for people who are already members of IPRS, because if you're not a member of IPRS, they're not collecting royalties on your behalf, and it makes zero sense for you to register with them. So first, become a member of IPRS. If you're asking, is there any alternative to IPRS? At the moment, I don't think there is, but I wouldn't put it out of the range of possibilities if there are other people who might be up for taking this royalty distribution up, because at the moment, personally, as a member of IPRS, I am not at all happy with their tech, and more so, I'm not at all happy with their reluctance in working with new tech such as TrackPay. Even when you guys send out your emails, it just falls on deaf ears, like I said before, and even though we've offered to have better integration with IPRS, it just seems like there is so much of, well, lack of interest to do anything better, is what I feel. But I'm sure things will change for the better. And when I say we've had chat with them, is because TrackPay essentially was a concept that I thought of. It was a problem that I was having of not being able to register my songs, because it used to feel like such a chore that you would say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after, and then you never ended up doing it. And here I am, I've just like sort of generated the metadata for 3 songs in front of you in a jiffy, and I intend on doing my entire catalog right here, right now, using TrackPay. I hope you found all this information useful. I am Vipin Mishra. This is the Vipin Mishra Project. We got a bunch of songs out there. We got a record label. We got a set of studios. We got a whole lot of things going around in music. So be sure to keep in touch. Leave any questions or suggestions that you might have in the comments, and try my best to reply as soon as I can. Alright, keep making that music. This is the Vipin Mishra Project saying bye for now.